Yes, it is the Breakfast Jam, all about celebrating good music, women in music, and of course, throwbacks. Let me tell you, I'm in my white girl era, okay? I'm over here just experiencing music from the 80s, and I'm absolutely loving it. I was telling my producer, I was like, yeah, I know I do hip hop, I do blah, 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 but do you know, like, I am like seriously into like white people music. She was like, well, yeah. I was like, gosh, I'm that predictable. But yes, we are about those throwbacks this morning. If you are a person who grew up in the 80s or even in the 70s, you would literally just resonate with this music. And for you guys who grew up in the 90s and were able to listen to 90s hip hop, you'll get to see a lot of this music was taken from the 80s, because the 80s was just it, man. That era, if I was able to be reincarnated, I would be reincarnated as an 80s teen, because the dress sense, the attitude, the music, I love it. And let me tell you, the 80s and 90s, the teens actually from the 80s are reminiscent of what Gen Zs are today. So it's like literally they've just come back again, but in a different form, style of dressing, way of acting, attitude, and everything. It's just reminiscent of the 80s. You know, as the 90s, we grew up in the 90s. We were disciplined a good one. We could not even try to attempt to become rebels with or without a cause. But the 80s is when others started to come out. Unfortunately, some were disciplined in very harsh manners, especially those who were taken to camps and such, which you can watch nowadays on Netflix and Hulu and, you know, the likes. But it was an era for just epic, weird, amazing fashion and amazing music, right? This is how we're starting on the show. I'm your girl, Myra, Maloba, the African Queen at Icon Radio, number one entertainment plug. So excited because we're doing our part two of Women Leadership series. We had such an amazing start on Monday. Just looking forward to hosting an amazing bunch of women today. So keep it here on Icon Radio. If your friends, family, vested interest, share the link. We are live on iconradio.co.ke as well as YouTube at Icon Radio KE. Follow, like, subscribe, Icon Radio KE on all platforms. Personally, I was about to give the old one. Personally, I'm Myra Maloba Mina on Instagram and on X. I am at Maloba. Welcome to the show. Got so much to unpack this morning. Again, just looking at the news, what's going down. It's been a, a time of unexplainable things. We'll be looking at that in just a little bit, because I forgot to jump on this one but specific topic yesterday, but I'll try and capture it later on in the show. We're also going to be putting you in the know of what's going on with the weather and of course the roads. But before we proceed, gotta tell you about this amazing bunch of events that are coming up in November. November is heavy. First of all, also September is going to be heavy. You know, guys are not going to Lala. Well, we are going through it. You know, sustainability has been back to back to back, and you'll get to hear about it from 10 a.m. on when Jira shows Sustainability Connect. But now in November, we have one huge event geared towards kids, and it's called the Kiddie Cultural Festival. We're bringing diversity and making it cool, making culture cool, okay? And Icon Radio is a proud media sponsor of that event. So basically, we're bringing together families from, from our Kenyan communities, from our Somali Kenyan communities, from our Indian Kenyan communities. We are bringing us all together and becoming one big melting pot. So this is an event that is geared towards bringing different cultures together, and it will be brought together in terms of entertainment, dance challenges, activities, uh, uh, music, you name it. It's all going down on the 9th and 10th of November at the Carnival Gardens. Tickets for kids are only 300 bob a day, and for parents 600 bob a day. If you get the season tickets for kids 500, for parents 1,000 shillings. How cool is that? So we got you covered when you guys close school, when your kids close school like this, bang, you're stepping right into an amazing cultural event. After that, we'll be having on the 28th of November the first Icon Radio Sustainability event. It'll be going down at the Achacha Hotel. We'll be doing all and talking all things ESG. We'll be having an amazing panel of speakers, and some people will get to pitch their startups at this event. Again, there's something you cannot afford to miss. It's going down 28th of November, Achacha Hotel. Tickets only 5,000 bob. Head on over to our website and find out how to get your tickets. But for now, you can also go to Little Cab and cop your tickets. All right. Kept you in the know of what's going to be happening. Other than that, you need to head on over to our website and check out our KCS widget right there and play your lucky numbers today for 50 bob, as low as 50 bob only, all the way to 1,000 shillings. And you could stand the chance of winning between 10 and 5 million shillings daily. You can also play on your phone, that is sending the same amount to pay bill number 292222, and account is Icon. Again, just pick your random lucky numbers and you could stand the chance of winning amazing cash prizes daily. Keep it right here as we seek to launch this amazing partnership with KCS, that's KH Charity Sweepstakes. We are looking forward to an amazing project together. We'll be telling you guys more details as the day grows closer. All right, let's head back into the music. When we come back, we'll be looking at the dailies as well as the weather this morning. Keep it right here.
Icon Radio, where education meets entertainment.
My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beauty focus EOU. Ooh, you, ooh, I'd leave it all. My acres of land I've achieved. It may be hard for you to stop and believe, but for you, I'd leave it all. Oh, for you, I'd leave it all. And give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. My many artifacts, the list goes on. If you just say the words, I'll up and run. Oh, to you, I'd leave it all. Oh, to you, I'd leave it all. Never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. Friends and family, they don't understand. They fear they'll lose so much if you take my hand, but for you, I'd lose it all. Oh, for you, I'd lose it all. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beautiful Castillo. I'd leave it all. Oh, for you, I'd leave it all.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. 'Cause they fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. 'Cause I get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs as they tried to teach me how to dance. A foxtrot above my head, a sock hop beneath my bed, a disco ball is just hanging by a thread. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. Leave my door open just a crack. Please take me away from here, 'cause I feel like such an insomniac. Please take me away from here. Why do I tire of counting sheep? Please take me away from here, when I'm far too tired to fall asleep. To 10 million fireflies, I'm weird 'cause I hate goodbyes. I got misty eyes as they said farewell, but I'll know where several are if my dreams get real bizarre, 'cause I saved a few and I keep them in a jar. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, because my dreams are bursting at the seams.
Owl City. Fireflies playing right here on the Breakfast Jam. Yes, I know. We're supposed to be doing that on the Surge, but it's still good music. Feel good music for your morning. That's what I'm trying to give you this morning as we celebrate music and throwbacks right here on the Breakfast Jam. Taking a quick look at the roads as we get you driving off to work. Go hustle. I know it's back to work, guys. They're over there just jazzing the roads, but at least we can tell you how they're looking as you prepare to leave to work, or at least as you head on out, right? For those who are on Thika Road, it is all clear, unusually clear, until you get to Sylvy, however. Stretches all the way down to Pangani, then clears up as you head towards the city center and Forest Road. If we do look at Ngong Road, seems to be pockets of traffic here and there, starting all the way from Junction into Adams Arcade and going into the Daystar roundabout. Mombasa Road doesn't seem to have quite a bit of traffic. Seems to be nice and clear. That is until you get towards Capital Center, and then it picks up quite heavy right about there, leading into the Nyayo Stadium intersection. If we look at Lusaka Road, pockets of traffic here and there, however, it is moving, as well as Bunyala Road. For Langata Road, seems to be quite all right. Just pockets of traffic around the Langata Cemetery area. Clears up until you get towards Wilson and up until Timor. Clears up right again then until you get to Nyayo National Stadium roundabout. Those who are on Joko Road, it seems to be good and clear. Only a bit of traffic around Makadara, but then it clears up as you're going towards the city center. And finally, for those on Wayaki Way, again, free and clear, just pockets of traffic there at Chiromo, but it clears up as you head into Wayaki Way, deep into Wayaki Way. If you do see any accidents or incidents, be sure to let us know. +254 788 380030. Now for the weather, 20 degrees, partly sunny, humidity at 60%, going up to highs of 29 degrees later on today, looking like a mostly cloudy day or rather cloudy with a bit of sun in Nairobi, Mombasa. 28 degrees, mostly cloudy with a chance of showers. Humidity at 73%, going up to highs of 31 degrees. Later on today, mostly sunny in Kisumu. It is refusing to tell me what it's looking like. Okay, it's at 23 degrees. Humidity at 65%, looking mostly sunny right about now. It's going to remain sunny as it goes up to highs of 30 degrees later on today. But no matter where you are, no matter what the weather, you'll always have a great day with Icon Radio. Again, back into the music we go. When we come back, we'll be looking at the dailies, quick roundup of the news this morning. You can try and get to the conversation on +254 788 380030.
Inside my head, hands up if you're down to get
your face, my life has never been the same. Kweli umenichanganya mini zoo. Mina we tuendelee. You treat me like a lady. Kwako sitawahi kudelay, baby. Nasiamini vile wanipenda, ni kama siri kati yetu mahabuba. Make me smile so bright, I'm gonna lose my mind. Moyo unapasuka kusikia sauti yako. Baby, you're so fine. Your kisses are like wine. Moyo unapasuka kusikia sauti yako. Baby, 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 oh. Moyo unapasuka. When I look to you, love is born anew. Hata siwezi sema mini boo. Mpenzi wa roho yangu, I can't wait to be next to you. Niamini nasema ni wewe tu. Siamini vile wanilinda. Ulisema mimi kwako ni malkia. I'm gonna lose my mind. Moyo unapasuka kusikia sauti yako. Baby, you're so high. Kisses are like wine. Moyo unapasuka kusikia sauti yako. Oh baby, baby. Oh baby, baby. Oh, moyo unapasuka. Oh baby, baby. Oh baby, moyo unapasuka. Nasiamini vile wanipenda, ni kama siri kati yetu mahabuba. Nasiamini vile wanilinda. Ulisema mimi kwako ni malkia. You make me smile so bright, I'm gonna lose my mind. Moyo unapasuka kusikia sauti yako. Baby, please be mine, I want to be your wife. Moyo unapasuka kusikia sauti yako. Baby, oh baby, baby, oh. Baby, oh. Moyo unapasuka. Baby, oh. Moyo unapasuka. Make me smile so bright, I'm gonna lose my mind. Moyo unapasuka kusikia sauti yako. Baby, you're so fine. Your kisses are like wine. Moyo unapasuka kusikia sauti yako.
Temi Oyungu. Baby, I love it. Let me tell you, she is one woman, and I looked up to growing up before I broke my voice. But yes, I used to love her voice, man. Still love it till today. One of the most talented musicians in Kenya thus far, in my opinion. You are listening to the Breakfast Jam. We're all about that throwback therapy this morning. We have amazing guests in studio who I'm going to be introducing in just a bit. But for now, we are taking a quick look at some of the news making the headlines this morning. Yes, we're looking at the e-papers and look at the dailies and what they have to report. Okay. Now, Kenya's getting stranger and stranger by the second. Like, just the things that we get to read every morning is just, mind-boggling, puzzling, and we wonder why such things are happening. Like yesterday, I forgot to talk about the MCA who lost her daughter, to find out that she was left in a room naked, unalived. She was only 23 years old. Nobody knows what happened, how it happened, why. Again, brings the question as to whether femicide in Kenya is something that should have higher penalties in terms of punishment. Because every time it's becoming rampant. It's coming rampant, and especially for our young girls, there is something wrong in the water. We're still reeling over Kware, and then now a nominated MC, you know, um, loses her daughter in the most gruesome of ways. It's crazy. It's nuts. Here we also have on the Daily Nation on page 11, detectives probing jobs scam suspects. So, um, there have been job scams when it comes to government jobs of the private sector. And again, this is something that's been on the rise and increasingly rampant. And guys are wondering again, where is the long arm of our long arm of the law when it comes to this? Yesterday, we just read about a woman who has been arraigned in court, and she was charged with coming up with jobs that led to slavery, and that at least ended in a good way because she got 10 years in jail. But we need more of a crackdown on a lot of these rogue people who are setting up jobs for Kenyans that are either a scam or are leading them to an early grave. We also have there in bold, eyes on judges. That is the fight for justice. Justice outside Deputy President Rigathi Gachagwa's lawyers take on the bench. There's also some court drama which you can read on page 4 and 5. Now, impeached Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua yesterday stalled a petition seeking to lift an order blocking the swearing in of his successor as he questioned the role of the Deputy Chief Justice in naming a 3-judge bench hearing the case, while he argued this was the exclusive mandate of the Chief Justice, Martha Koome. The respondents considered the CJ has delegated. What will the court decide? So people are closely following up the proceedings on this as seemingly Gashagwa fights for his life. Now, we do have the standard. We do have on page 6, House of Convenience of MPs and Priorities. So as the National Assembly are taking a break, of course, all eyes are on the impeachment as of now. On page 4 and 5, we have high cost of getting rid of DP Gachagua. Now, a bar of the country's finest lawyers have been tapped to litigate the case that should see the impeached deputy president either retire from public life or retain his seat. This, coupled with the effort, time, and resources used to mobilize MPs, make the process an expensive affair, and it is just beginning. Again, taxpayers' money get involved over here. What will the outcome be? And finally, People Daily. Why President picked Kindiki as new deputy. You can read that on page 5. Hopefully, it is not just clickbait and they'll actually give us the real tea on this. We'll also have on page 3 MP's query 1 billion sports academy construction deal. And on page 2, CS Ogamba speaks tough on exam cheating at KCSE, or rather as KCSE starts. Congratulations to all those who managed to make it to the exam rooms. My nephew is one of them. We're wishing them all the success, all the best as they sit for the exams. We all went through it and we're here and living to tell the story. You guys will aces. You're doing a fantastic job. Let's go back into the music. We are ready to usher in our guests this morning. We have Eva Giduku, Terry Shiundu, and Jane Mburia, all who are talking about women in leadership. To get to the conversation, +254 788 38 0030. We also have our YouTube channel where our comment section is live. Keep it right here.
watu hatari wenye mapenzi zenye sirikali, letu nalo linajua kali, penzi letu serikali, wajua na kupenda malaika.
He say that I blow his mind every time I'm activated. You just tryna catch a vibe. CC got you fascinated. Jump up in a brand new ride. BMW riding, baby. I ain't gonna tell you lies. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, what it is. How we roll. You know what it is, what it is. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, what it is. How we roll. Summer in the wind. You look at me like that again, we make another kid. You're my heart, I'm your rib. If I ever had to, for you I would do a bid. And I can tell that you're ready. 3, 2, 1, it's going down like confetti. Water 10 to 1 shots again. If we do it on our phone, promise that we're gonna trend. Ooh, don't kill the vibe. You know what I like. just how we roll. What it is, how we roll. That's just how we roll. How we roll.
It's been a minute since I've been in it, swimming in it.
You should be living in it. Keep your hands all over me and
Never worry, keep you coming. That's how you love it. Who cares if we in public? When it comes to you, I'm with whatever. And no, I won't kill your vibe. I know what you like. Get ready. Ooh, yeah. It's on tonight. I'm talking on site.
That's just how we roll.
How we
roll.
just like that.
That's just how we roll.
It's
How we roll.
Baby, do that to me like that.
like that.
No, I like it when you do it like that. And baby, yeah, that's how we roll it like that. And baby, yeah, that's how we do it like that.
Baby, do that to me like
that.
No, I like it when you do it like
that.
And baby, yeah, that's how we roll it like that.
Yeah, that's how we do it like that. Like that. No, I like it when you do it like that. Baby, yeah, that's how we roll it like that.
Baby, yeah, that's how we roll it like that.
Do that to me like that.
No, I like it when you do it like that. Baby, yeah, that's how we roll it like that.
That's how we do it like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the beautiful Myra Star.
I'll find some ice on my lips in a cup. Sauced up. I don't see the love to you. So many eyes in the room, but I got my eyes on you. Tell me what a bitch gon' do to get you. It's something that you are. It's nothing that you say. It's just the way you say it. I'm giving you away. I'm lit tonight. You know my lips don't lie. I want you to take control right now. I'm lit tonight.
with it. Don't work with it. In the West of Maya, my shady cocoa. My London, when I'm with you, my London. Take my mind and my body, oh. I'll be the one you can depend on. And I'll be good to you. Oh, my baby, I'll be good to you. Be the light for your body, oh. I'll be the fire to your candle. I never wanna hear you cry. I wanna bring out the best in you so that we can share this life. There's nothing I wouldn't do. Only wanna see you smile. Even if you don't have a reason to. You came at the perfect time. It's like I was sent here to rescue you. Oh, my shady, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, my shady, oh, my shady. She gonna wanna pass a wine for me, wine, wine, tell me more. She wanna wine for me, she wanna wine, baby, wine, tell me more. My shady cocoa. Two-step with it. All I know my shady, don't work with it. All I know my shady, shady, yeah. Oh, no. Two-step with it. Don't work with it. Don't work with it. In the West of Maya, my shady cocoa.
This is my wife.
I ain't never lied in my life. No, I'm tryna be your wifey. I'ma give it to you nicely. Oh, you got the wickedest vibes. I'm a little bit feisty. And my drip cold icy. All my exes trifling. Cause you look good by my side. We don't need no privacy. Love is in the air. Oh, your hands all over me. We don't really care. Oh, disco baby. Nico disco bobo. Nico disco bobule. To the disco. Nico disco bobo. Let me disco bobule. Why would I lie to you? Everything I do is for you. Tamu san kama tamu tukibanju. I never lie, no that's not my nature. I'm never shy up until I met ya. Now I lie, you got my attention. Not to mention attention. No, we don't need no privacy. Love is in the air. We don't really care.
Are celebrating women in music. It's WCW.
Disco, disco bobo, disco bobo.
My producer is excited as I am to be playing women in music, but we do have to fade up for a little bit because we have phenomenal women gracing us in studio today. We have been going on a series this week of women in leadership. They are authors and, of course, leaders within their own fields. The book is called The Way She Leads. We had our first three women this Monday, and now we have another three coming in to studio today. Welcome, ladies. Thank you so much for coming in today. Of course, waking you up early to come into studio. But of course, congratulations, first of all, on being authors. I don't know if you're first time authors. So, of course, it's no mean feat. But we'll start off with, of course, introductions. We'll start off with Terry.
Thank you. My name is Terry Shundu. I'm a human resource professional, currently working as a senior director of people and culture at a non-profit organization. And I am honored to finally be a published author.
Hey.
This is a, a dream I've had for many years, over
Oh,
20
wow.
years. So it's really a dream come true.
Oh, that's amazing.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
Thank you for
at
being here.
Icon Radio. Thank you.
Next, we have Eva.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for having me. My name is Eva Githuku. I am a credit professional. I work with small businesses. I help them to get loans. And yes, just like Terry, I am a published author. And I'm very excited. Also, a long time dream. So very happy to see it come on. And yeah, I look forward to the conversation, and I'm very happy to be at Icon Radio.
Thank you. Well, that's the last but not least, we have Jane.
Thank you, and good morning to everyone. So I'm Jane Buria, and from Lead Insights Africa Consulting. I'm a business advisor, management consultant, a mentor, and a coach as well.
Wow.
So I'm also very, very excited to be here and also to interact with Icon Radio as well as your listeners, and I'm looking forward to the conversations. Very excited as well to be a published author as well. So I think for all of us, it's a first.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, we really thank God for this opportunity. So thank you for having us.
Of course. Jane, how was it that you got to be on this project?
It's very interesting, I think, and it's something we were all discussing before we got in here. I'd say it's just by God's divine orchestration, if I put it in other words. So I got invited through LinkedIn by Zion Pearl Publishers. They reached out, and I realized actually quite a number of years ago, in 2021, I received an email from them, and they say, "Oh, we've seen your profile. We're very interested, to just hear more about your leadership journey. We actually publish books and would like you to write a book with us. Would you come on board and write a book?" So it seemed very far-fetched. Some of these things are dreams you think about for retirement, when you're 65 years old.
Right.
and it just seemed like this big thing. And then at that time I was wondering, do I have the content to really share at this stage? But so it was kind of packed, at some point. And I think also around that time was still COVID. It was not a priority, but then it was interesting. It's something at the back of my mind. But this year, and I think I have Zion Pearl Publishers, they're just amazing to thank, because they never gave up. I don't know how they kept finding us. But this year, again, they got in touch and they said, "We have this project. We would like you to be one of our contributing authors. Would you come on board?" And I think once, twice after, some follow-ups, we started the conversation, and I said, why not? Yeah.
Right.
And I think I also started getting very excited about it, because I'm also very passionate about leadership and mentorship. And I said, this is an opportunity and a new platform to be able to share my stories with others that I'll probably never interact with or meet,
Right.
and that are even across nations. So I think it just presented a very good opportunity, and then it's amazing what other opportunities have come from there, meeting these wonderful ladies as well.
In fact, your chapter is called "When You Are Called to Lead, You Are Called to Serve."
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
It's not only leadership, but it is a service.
Yes, you're actually called to serve. And I think the context around that is, it is a privilege to be called into leadership.
It is.
You're there as a vessel to lead and to serve others. So you're serving God, you're serving others. There is something that God has put within you to be able to share with others and to lead them.
Right.
And being in the position of leadership is so critical, because you actually carry a lot of influence to be able to shape others, influence others. Leadership is all about influence. So how are you impacting others? How are you solving problems? How are you meeting the needs of others? You've been given a responsibility as a steward over others or other resources.
Right.
And as a leader, you're supposed to be responsible enough to be able to to steer people or steward people or things in a way that you motivate and inspire them towards a certain vision or a goal.
Right.
And it's not about self-benefit or the perks that come with it. Unfortunately, the problems we're seeing today in our world is because there's a lot of greed and selfishness. It's about their position, entitlement, and this is who I am, as opposed to it being a service. So I think, so writing that is really just to remind people that at the very core of it, you are called to serve others through the leadership and the gift that you have within you to be able to do that as a responsibility.
Your chapter should be featured in a lot of our offices in this country, especially the top ones. So let's remember they are here to serve. It is a big role that people take on when they do.
It's actually a responsibility.
And with Eva, it's about being tenacious and resilient.
Yes.
Resilience is one of the biggest themes of the year.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your chapter.
Yes. Okay. The reason I wrote about resilience, in fact, it is very connected to how I came into this project.
Right.
And what it speaks to me, because for me, when the Zion Pearl Publishers reached out to me, I was going through a very difficult journey in my life. And I was at that point, I was mostly home and, I just, I wasn't doing much.
Right.
So when they reached out to me, in fact, as she has said, they kept calling me, and then I would set up a meeting and then I would not show up, and also just because I wasn't feeling well.
Right.
So when I finally did have the meeting, and I was like, why not? Let me jump into this project and see what it can do. So at the time, I had to write about resilience because that is exactly what I was going through.
Right.
And in the past 5 years, my life has just been about changes. You'll see there, I talk about resilience, and then I talk about when changes happen, you have to deal with the inevitable.
Right.
And changes happen all the time. I know it's a cliche, we say all the time, life changes. But it's very easy to say until the changes do happen and you have to change. So for me, and what I mostly write about in the book, I had reached, that pinnacle, like I was at the top of my leadership. And then I felt my life just fell apart.
Right.
And I had the option to just bury my head in the sun and just say, you know what, it wasn't meant to be. And I just stay there. But I chose to rise and to keep going. And I think that is one of the hardest thing, and why people, sometimes you'll see someone, when they fall, they are never able to rise.
Right.
Because the hardest part is taking that first step from that part where you fell into. Because sometimes you will fall from glory to ashes, and then you're like, how do I face the world now?
Yeah.
How do I tell people I'm not the person I used to be? How now do I start again? Because you were so high up there, I always joked and said, people knew me in a certain way. They referred to me as Eva or, or wherever I was at the time. That's how they would call me. And then now I no longer have that title.
Right.
And I'm nobody now. How do you rebuild that brand? And that's why I say, what matters is not the big steps you make. It's how fast you rise.
Right.
And then you start making those little steps. You start making a little step here and there. You reach out to your networks. You probably rebrand yourself.
Right.
I have come out. Well, I've still stayed in the world I was in. As I said, it helps to do what you know, because that's what you know. But if you can rebrand, why not? Because you can always discover something new about yourself. So for me, I had to now forget about the corporate world. It's in the corporate world where I had really, gotten high up there. So I had to forget about the corporate world and try to rebuild Eva as a brand. But I did what I know, which is credit. So that's why I told you I work with small businesses. So for me, I needed to speak about resilience because don't give up. And change is not always bad. There are many changes, and I will say that there are many changes. You get married, that's a change. You need to also adjust. You
A
need
big
to
change.
deal with the inevitable at that point. It's also a big change. Sometimes you
Yes.
find it's not what you thought it would
Uh-huh.
be, and you must adjust your expectations.
Right.
Sometimes you get babies. It's also a very big
Very
change.
big.
So in all these changes, how do you deal with what they bring?
Right.
Sometimes you get promoted, and this happens a lot. You get promoted, and then you just get a big head and forget about the people you're working with,
Right.
and you just become a totally different person.
Right.
So how do you manage all that, your excitement, to remain the person you are and to remain true to who you are? Yes, so for me that's what it was, and I look at this book as it gave me, that one time you've done something so rigorous and you just, I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
You've done something so rigorous and you just don't know what to do, and
Yeah.
then Zion publishers call you and tell you, we want you to be an author.
Right.
Too exciting for me, so I'm very happy to be part of this project.
Would you say it was therapeutic to be able to write the chapter at that point in time?
It was, but it was a bit of a struggle, because for me, I was wondering, do I write about this big thing I have gone through? Can I talk about it?
Yeah. It would be amazing.
Yes, I am a breast cancer survivor, and I had just finished my treatment. In fact, when Zion publishers reached out to me, I was actually doing my radiotherapy.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I kept bouncing them, because I would go to for my treatments, and then I would come back and fall asleep and forget I had a meeting. So for me, it was that thing, when you're again ready to give up,
Right.
something big comes.
Yeah.
And that's why for me, I was struggling on, do I write about this in the book? But then it was so fresh. When you come out of that treatment, you don't even want to talk about it. You almost don't believe you're okay.
Right.
In fact, my doctor had to tell me, no, you're fine, go and live, like literally.
Right.
But you're still so scared because you've spent this so much time
Yeah.
in treatment and not being okay. So that's why for me, I had to write about resilience, and that resilience is what has got me here now.
Amen. It's interesting. Before even you told your story, I was looking at your button,
Oh,
and
you
I was
could
like,
tell.
yes, I was like, it's the month. We
Yes.
have been talking about it. I talked about it a few weeks ago, and let me tell you, the amazing thing about the chapters, or all the chapters you're writing, they touch on our lives in one way or another. Like, you always look back and be like, I just talked about this the other day. I just had this in mind. And then here it is. It's the way they say, it's art imitating life, right? And now here you are, a symbol of resilience and hope. And I absolutely love it. And you're a survivor, you're a champion. And I'm so honored to have you here, having to tell your story.
Thank you. And
It's
I'm
always a
happy to
great
be
thing.
here and to tell the story, because I love to create awareness around it, especially being so fresh out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing. Terry,
Yes.
your chapter, she leads empowered to thrive in the workplace. Thriving in the workplace, especially with the underlined word she.
Oh, yes.
Is this through experience? And if it's so, please tell us the footnotes of everything you can do to thrive in the workplace as a woman.
I wouldn't want to put everything out there because I want people to come to the launch and buy the book.
Yes.
But why this topic was close to my heart, and every time I remember when Zion Punk first reached out to me, I wasn't sure about what to write.
Right.
And so I told them, I'm too busy. I can't write. I'm in the middle of my studies, in the middle of, PhD. I'm a mother. I'm a pastor. I'm a wife. I have all these things going on in my life.
Yeah.
And I can't write. But they didn't give up. So I remember again Mr. Dosso reaching out and telling me, please be part of this project. Write something, because we had a lengthy, almost 1 hour discussion about
Right.
women and leadership.
Uh-huh.
And so I thought, okay, what should I write about? And I just opened a Word document. I just started writing, first of all, the things I had struggled with in the workplace, being in, working in different organizations for, over 15 years.
Right.
And just observing how women pass opportunities. We are always second guessing ourselves.
Right.
We are always feeling, no, I'm not good enough. And I'm in the HR field. And you can see the potential in people, but they don't see it themselves.
Right.
And so they keep passing, thinking, well, I'm not yet good enough for that. I can apply for that role maybe 2 years from now, I'll have fit. But then here comes a guy, he does not even have a quarter of the qualifications you have as a woman. And he shows up and he applies and he gets it. And
Right.
suddenly he's your boss and you're teaching him everything.
Right.
You're teaching him how to do it because you passed the opportunities.
Right.
And one thing I struggled with was imposter syndrome. I always felt like, am I supposed to be in this room? Well, I have a point, but should I say it? Maybe I will look stupid when I say my point.
Right.
You're in this big management meeting and first of all, you're feeling like you're not supposed to be there.
Right.
Yeah. Secondly, you can see where the meeting is going. You have a point, you have ideas, but you're thinking, well, they might not take my idea seriously. Then a gentleman says the exact same idea you are thinking
Right.
about in your head. And so I have observed that over and over and over. And I have been a culprit of it. I remember one time, one boss sitting me down, she was our executive director. And I had just started my career. And I was really struggling. I was so afraid to go to the office of, say, the operations director or the finance director. I was so fearful. One time she sits me down and tells me, Terry, sit here. Let me tell you, you will never get anywhere in life being nice. And that was like a wake-up call.
Right.
And so when I was asked to write, I kept thinking about all these things and what I've experienced. And I always tell people, yes, they say out there experience is the best teacher, but you don't have to experience it. If I already experienced it, you can learn from my experience.
Right.
And get better and do better. And so I've always encouraged women to rise up. You can do it. You can try. You have one good thing that you can do in this job description.
Right.
Apply. Magnify it. Be visible. And you will get the role. So I think that for me is a passion, because I'm also a mentor, and I mentor also young people and youth. And so that's what I thought. Maybe this is when I'm telling my story and talking about my first published book.
Right.
Let this be the thing that comes out there first.
Right. Nice
and that
and
is why
clear.
I talked about it.
Where is the line drawn between being nice and being assertive? I think a lot of women struggle with that.
Yes. Because when women are assertive, we are told we are arrogant. But when men are assertive, they're okay. It's masculine. I mean, they're supposed to show up
Boldness.
strong and bold. But yet when women are assertive, we are considered to be rude or arrogant. But then when you're assertive, you're not being rude. You're not being overbearing.
Right.
you're just saying it as it is.
Right.
You know, like we have a boundary and this is the boundary. Let's not get beyond this boundary.
Draw the line.
Let's draw the line. And that's what you're trying to bring across. And that should be respected. But it'll take more of us speaking out and being assertive for it to become a norm and not be seen as arrogance.
Right.
Because there's still that struggle of, you want to be humble. You know, women should be humble. You know, a woman should not shout or be seen to be loud. You're supposed to be quiet.
Yeah.
But then, for you to rise, there's a certain level of courage that you need to portray. You need to speak up and be visible.
Right.
And that's where we need to draw the line. That we must be bold as women, speak it as it is, and be very clear about boundaries. And it's in the way we say it.
Right.
It's in the way we approach the situation. We are not coming in a way that we are begging or pleading or, you know, looking like it's a favor you're doing me. No, but you're coming in, this is the way it is, let's do it this way.
Right.
Because this, the way I see it, this is the way that it will work. Yeah. So I think that boldness, maybe it's something that needs to be spoken about more and really trained and talked about, and also mentored. Mentorship has played a big role in that, and we can do that. Yes.
And yeah, you're a pastor. You are preaching to us. Love it. Love it.
Passionate about it.
Hey, the amount of in the room, we are many. We had to read some comments. Miriam Mutonga says, when you're called to lead, you're called to serve. That needs to go on a t-shirt, okay? It needs to be merchandise. It is such a great title. And yes, when you're called to lead, you're called to serve. She also says she's enjoying the show. We also have Dorothy Maringa saying, amazing ladies in the studio today. Thank you so much, Dorothy, for tuning in. Angel says, absolutely keeping it locked. Such an amazing story. Totally encouraging. I think that's geared towards you, Eva. Natalie Madenge. Big shout out to you, Natalie. We had her in studio on Monday saying, leading to serve, being resilient through changes and overcoming imposter syndrome or imposter system to take your rightful place in leadership. Love my co-authors. Love that. It just says, OMG, preach. That is geared towards you. Preacher. And we have Seth who says, you have no idea how your message is so powerful.
Thank you.
Love that.
Thank you.
It is empowering, what you've all been able to do. And it's just amazing that all of you came from just different areas, different walks of life. But whenever you guys have met, even the three before, it's like you guys have been together forever. Have you gotten to meet some of the ladies that you've co-authored with? And what has it done for your experience?
Yeah, you know, it is so interesting you say that, because we had one meeting, and not so long ago, interestingly, about 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And when we did meet, it was one of those, we knew each other because we've had virtual meetings, but we had never met physically. So it would, you know, remembering a face, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's Terry, you know. And on the onset, it's like we've known each other forever. That's how it felt for me. It felt like we were friends.
Right.
It felt like we all spoke from the same place. There was a very clear theme.
Yes.
On all of us. We all care about people. We all care about leadership, hence the book.
Right.
And above all, we are all interested in helping the next generation woman.
Right.
Because, you know, what we've gone through, as Terry said, we've experienced it. We don't have to let the others experience it the rough way we did. Why not put those things there? And that's hence the reason we are so happy to be published, because now this remains forever for people to read,
Right.
generations to come.
Yeah.
The little tidbits we've mentioned there, at least will help somebody else.
Right.
Like, be bold. Don't worry about imposter syndrome. So you're gonna fall, rise up. Resilience is part of you. You're here to serve, so all those things. So for us, yeah, we look like we know each other, but we don't. In fact, I don't think out of the 13 of us, there's 2 people who knew each other before this. I don't think so. We just met for the first time, but that's what happens, especially when we all also have God in us.
Amen.
So we had a lot of, for all of us, for everybody, they felt, this was divine leading. I need to do this. So when you have such themes that are so common, then you're able to be so bonded, and hence the reason we're able to come here and have these discussions and look like we had a meeting before.
Right.
But no, we haven't.
Yeah. It's the way you also look at each other, lean on each other, even in the interviews.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see. And like even why the women in the comment section are resonating towards it, because you can feel it. It's not just what you're seeing, it's what you're feeling. And like Seth is saying here in the comment section, women for women. Amen. Amen. There we go.
Take that. Yeah.
All right, you can still try to get to the conversation. +254 788 380030 as we continue to talk to women in leadership and the leaders that we have in studio with us today. We also have the comment section live and living. You can always send your comments right there. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be concluding with the women in studio.
Up to them, they would want us in a dinghy with holes in it, so we can't get to the yacht. Another one. If it was up to them, crack. Whoa now, Big Joe now. I'm worldwide, yeah, everywhere I go now. Whoa now, mommy slow down. I'm undefeated when they come and knocking holes down. Yup, whoa now, baby slow down. She wants Chanelly and the Burke, she get both now. Pretty little thing, skin tone brown. Should be on somebody's yacht with your toes out. Ow. The bigger the bezel, the bigger the boss. The TS chain keep hitting the cross. I don't know if it's real, I just know that it's soft. She just got it done, so she's showing it off. I said, back and forth, she just rocking her hips. Hey, might have to leave the spot up with this. Stars in the roof, she see rocks on my wrist. She wanna make TikToks in the whip. Crack.
Feels like paradise. Ocean water coming down your thighs. Can you feel me? Feels like paradise. No, no, no. Feels like paradise. Every day and night, sunrise in your eyes, it's a vibe, it's a feeling. Feels like paradise, no, no, no. Feels like paradise.
Whoa now, take it slow now. We done took it from the bed to the flow now. Whoa now, this Joe now. Got our friends taking turns, it's a go now. What you want? Small bags, no car, no. Pink dolphins, waterfront condos. She know I get around real Machiavelli. Thug life, got my name tatted on her belly.
I want it when I want it, if I want it, baby, oh. Every hour, every second, every minute, yeah, I'm with you.
I know things about your body, hit your spot, now we getting off.
10,000 could surround me when you're around me, you are all I want. Feels like paradise, ocean water coming down your thighs, can you feel me? Feels like paradise, no, no, no. Feels like paradise. Every day and night, sunrise in your eyes, it's a vibe, it's a feeling. Feels like paradise, no, no, no. Feels like paradise.
Yeah, Anita, Joey Crack, Paradise.
Yo, Joey Crack, man, you gotta talk to we.
I am calling to see you Sunday till Monday. Yeah, 1 week I stay at your place, locked in the door, says don't
say it really kinda bothers me. Now my words are gonna start to stutter me. I can show you what I'm feeling properly. Tell me, am I saying this orderly? But I will see me by the 70s. I know where we'll be when we're 70. This kind of love, now 18 I need. This my God, you dey see I see me. This life, oh, I don't know 18 I see. Now I need your love it to be complete. Mom baby, I am calling to see you. Sunday day till Monday. 1 week I stay at your place. Locked in the dark, says don't disturb. Love has in dark. Can't you see I'm fine? I'm golden. I'm all that you need. Tell me your desire. This song, there's nothing I'm feeling. Take it today. I don't move. I know all like ABC. I'm trying to say, don't wanna play. No fucking game. Don't wanna play no fucking game. Don't wanna play no game. Speak to my love.
Selena Nyamboku, you're so beautiful. Sitamruhusu akuchape nami silali, sipati usingizi, kula siwezi ukilia. Selena Nyamboku, you're so beautiful. Selena Nyamboku, Selena Nyamboku, you're so beautiful. Ulitoka kwenu bila alama. Wosi upendo, yosi heshima. Watu wazima huongea. Kama si hivyo, ungeoa kondoo. Selena Memo. Kama si hivyo, ungeoa kondoo. Selena Memo. Selena Nyamboku, you're so
So we are having amazing conversations on and off air. I'm telling you, it's just an empowering moment to be in studio with such amazing, amazing women, especially when they're talking about leadership. So the book is called The Way She Leads. It's about to be launched. We're getting details on that in just a little bit. It is insights and lessons from the lives and experiences of women who lead. Let's get back to Jane. Again, the title that everybody is loving on. When you are called to lead, you are called to serve. There are either connections, disparities, I don't know what to call them, between the home and you as a working woman. It's becoming quite difficult for the modern day woman because when anything happens, we're the ones who have to stay at home. The child gets sick, any change happens, and we're still expected to work.
Yes.
How do you still maintain your leadership at the workplace and at home without losing your mind?
Yeah, I think it's quite a balancing act, but you have to be intentional about it. Yeah. So, of course, when you're at the workplace, you're probably, as they call it, boss lady, calling the shots and everything and doing your work because you have to do your work, right? But then back at home, you have to realize that our life is beyond, the four walls or the corner office or the boardrooms and everything that happens at the workspace. You have family, you also have relatives, you have yourself, self-care. You have to be also intentional because I think sometimes we overdo it when it comes to work. My background has been banking largely. My professional background has been banking, and it's for those who have been in the bank, it's a very high pressure sort of work environment.
Right.
And you have to, organize yourself well enough to know that.
Right.
Yes, you're starting early, you'll probably leave late. It's not 9 to 5 most of the time. And even just cutting across industries, it's not just even about the bank, but you'll find that the higher you go, the more that is demanded and expected of you, irrespective of whatever industry. And it comes with a call of leadership, because of the responsibilities are there, the decisions that have to be made, you have a team that you're taking care of, so you're stretched on all sides. So you have to, one, be very organized, make sure you plan your days, you plan your week in advance. I usually like to plan either on a Saturday or on a Sunday, but before the week begins, you already know this is what I'm focusing on. And then, of course, as a leader, you also have to make sure that you delegate. Sometimes I think also being a good worker, and most of the leaders got where they are because they work very well. But I know initially, as part of our journey when we were starting off, you want to do everything because you think you're the one who gets it right all the time. But the higher you go, the more work, the more responsibilities, the more people you have, and yet there is a team there, but you've got to be able to empower your team to delegate to them some of those tasks so that you can also hive off time, one, for yourself, and two, even for other things that you need to do. And then thirdly, now coming back at home, I think there's, you also have to set boundaries for yourself, where you probably put boundaries and say, my laptop, once I get home, I am home. So are you present enough for your family? Are you present enough for your husband, where there is husband? Where are you present enough for your children? And we're not assuming everybody has a family like that, but you need to be present once you get home and put those boundaries and say, I'm not getting phone calls beyond a certain time. Of course, sometimes there are crises, or as a leader, you may need to be reached, but I think there is a way you can prepare and condition your environment, or those that are working with you, that beyond this time, it is home, or it is a Sunday, or I am resting. And then, of course, even your self-care, and I keep emphasizing this because we burn out, and you can see today people are going through a lot of stress. So do something that works for you. Not everybody might be a gym person, but maybe you can take a walk at Karura or around your neighborhood, Maybe you can go for a massage. Maybe you can read a book because that's what works for you, or
Right.
journal, or
Right.
read the Bible, or listen to some nice music, or take coffee, or just do nothing. Even sitting down, and Terry can tell us in HR, sitting down and just resting and not feeling guilty about it. Yeah. So I think, for me, I believe it's something that we need to be intentional about. Know that at work, yes, I give my best, and this is even what I also tell the people that I mentor. You give it your best at the
Right.
office, but giving your best doesn't mean that it's at the expense of your health. It's at the expense of your relationships, your important relationships. And if you feel that you're also going, over and beyond, you're always leaving the office at 10, 11.
Right.
Maybe it's time to sit down with a coach or somebody who you can open up to and say, hey, is there a better way I can organize my work? Or should I delegate more? Do I need to increase the capacity of my team? Do I need to empower my team members more? Yeah. And just so that we can have a life that is more integrated,
Right.
and also fulfilling. And
Right.
there are other areas about your life that go beyond work. You have giftings that God has put within you. Where is it that you're able to use those gifts to empower yourself, to enrich other people's lives, to serve others? And all those are who you are. It's not just the work, the computers,
Right.
the numbers, the targets, and all that. Yeah. So sometimes we get really overwhelmed and with all that's going on around us. And I think it's also just to add that within the book, as much as the title is When You're Called to Lead, You're Called to Serve, just like my fellow co-authors, a lot of that chapter also has insights and lessons from my own experiences in the leadership journey.
Right.
And some of the ways that we can position ourselves for effective leadership, either through lessons and insights that I've learned along the way. And I look forward to being able to share that more, and others getting to learn something more from it, based on my personal experiences.
I was actually telling your co-authors on Monday, you guys should take the show on the road because you have so many amazing gems, and sometimes we just need to hear it. As much as we're reading it, as much as we're seeing it on TV, sometimes that experience with somebody and seeing that they overcame this and did that, it's amazing to be able to experience it like the way I'm experiencing it now. And just to touch on Eva being tenacious, because it's something she mentioned about not being stuck in one place. For the ladies who came here on Monday, all of them at some point they stopped and they said, this is where I've reached at my point in my career. Now it's time to either grow, scale up, or just look at something different altogether. You had to make that decision, that conscious decision to now take care of yourself and leave what you had. And I know I've been there, the ones of like, sasa mbona umeacha, mbona umetoka penye ulikuwa, sound I don't, those kind of things, and those questions come a lot. But being tenacious, what does that mean?
It's just finding one more reason to keep going on.
Yeah.
Because I think when people give up, what happens is now you no longer have something you want to achieve. So you're like, now I'm done. This is it. I failed. It's okay. They don't ever have to remember me again. But that's not it. And for me, I fell completely. Like I was, on top of leadership. I had, reached the biggest of the boardrooms. I held meetings, in boardrooms with top management, and that's who I was at the time. But then, and I talk about it in the book, I lost my mom at the time, and for me, it was too big. I just couldn't, and of course, I had also other problems along the way. So when I combined everything, I couldn't, and I had to choose a moment to step away. And I did. And of course, when you step away, you lose a lot of perks. That's what I called it there. You have to get off your high horse because you were sitting on a high horse. You know, you were having a good life, having having a corporate job, and a big corporate job is a good thing. You know, I had a credit card. I would swipe wherever I went. Yes, and you have to. And many people come to you. I work with credit, so I give out loans.
Right.
So I would interact with all these big corporations, all these big SMEs, all these big, all these influential people.
Right.
And they knew me. And now you're stepping away from that, and people no longer know you as that Eva of credit. Now you're just Eva.
Right.
And it is a very silencing because now you're there and wondering, okay, so what am I going to be? Do I interact with the people I used to know? What are they saying? Are they judging me? Of course they are. That's what human beings do. And so you have to make the choice not to listen to that, and you have to make the choice to be you and to find something more that makes you keep going. So it's, for me at that point, it was like, I may not be having my big job, but you know what? I still know credit.
Right.
I'm still a credit expert.
At the end of the day.
Yes, and there are so many people out there who need my help because I spent 17 years looking at those applications and seeing what was wrong with them.
Right.
So I told myself, I can guide these people. I can start to work with them and help them to get what they want. After all, I have a very big passion for SMEs because I myself, being an entrepreneur of many businesses before, I have tried many businesses in my life. So I love that journey of entrepreneurship, and I could see how many businesses would not proceed not because they did not have the great idea, but because they did not have anyone to support them, especially financially. So for me, I figured I have a skill. Why not use it? But of course, starting afresh is not easy, and that's why I talk about tenacity. You have to have that, you have to push yourself to the end, even when when you have nothing. You just keep pushing because you have to come out the other side. My story, I kept telling myself, this is not it. It doesn't end with me that I made it to corporate and then that's where I ended. No. So I had to learn new things. I had to change. I had to get into social media, something I'd never done up until then. But I had to. But see how things work. My being in social media is how Zion Publishers found me. And it's how I'm seated here now talking as a published author. If I could also touch a little on what has happened to me recently. When the doctor told me, I'd gone for what was an otherwise, normal checkup. And I expected nothing but all is well because I was feeling fine. But then the doctor, dropped the bomb. And when you hear those words, you literally just see your life flash. And the first thing that comes to your head is, I'm going to die. And the first thing I told the doctor is, but I have kids. Like I can't die. And so you get into those deeps, and that's what I talk about in the book. Sometimes you fall so far down, like you feel you're in the dungeons. There's no light up. But you have to find that little spirit in you that will help you keep climbing up. Remember, I talk about it's not the big thing you do. And I think that's what holds most people because you're waiting for this big thing. So people will say, after her job ended, now she's running a full radio station. You need a very big thing. But sometimes you just need to be awake and putting one foot in front of the other.
That's true.
And when you do that, you keep putting one foot in front of the other, then you get somewhere. So for me, when I was told that, it was like, now what do I do? But then I learned, it's here now. I am sick. I can't sit down and cry about it. I can't question God. I can't say why me. That's another thing people need to stop. Don't ask why me, because if it's not you, then nobody deserves to have that. So it is here with me now. So do something about it. And when I left that office, I told myself, I'm going to fight this because I need to heal.
Right.
So I'm going to fight it. So I had no idea where I was going, what I was supposed to do, what kind of treatment I had nothing. But I told myself, I'm going to lean on this doctor. He's going to give me the information I need. And when he tells me what to do, I will do it. I had a friend of mine who used to say, you're such an obedient patient. And I'd be like, I have to be obedient because they are the ones who know what needs to happen. And for me, I never looked back. In fact, the doctor at first thought, maybe you need a week. I told him, no, tell me what I need to do. Tell me the tests that I need to do, I do them. And so I just started. And for me, I just kept going. And every day, not even one did I ever think this is the end of me. No, I kept telling, like, you know, I had very good support system, and I would tell people whenever my friends, many of them who are listening right now, and I would tell them, this thing that has come to me, it is so big, but yet the testimony that's going to come out of here is going to be so big, it can't even be told in my sitting room.
Wow.
And look where I
Look
am.
here.
Yes.
In fact, I once said, I don't know if I'm going to become a pastor. And I have to talk about this on a pulpit, but it has to be told off a stage.
Right.
Wow.
And here I am now.
There we go.
So that's, to me, that's tenacity. Keep going, no matter how black it seems. The light always comes out of it.
I love it. I love the fact that you're here. You're here in this month. Even in fact, Wednesday is our Wellness Wednesday.
Wow.
So it's divine, as you guys were saying, that you're also here to tell your story on this particular day.
I'm happy to.
Amazing. I wish we could have more time. But we are coming to the close of the show. So Terry, when is the launch?
The launch is on 1st November. That is next Friday at Trademark Hotel from 2 p.m. Please join us there.
Right.
You will hear amazing stories from different women. You get to have a book that is autographed by 13 authors. What an honor. And you get to interact with us. So welcome.
Right.
Yeah.
Where will the book be found after the launch? For those who can't make it to the launch.
The book is on Amazon. So it's available. You can order. We have people from UK, US already ordering and getting their copies delivered. We also have a link that we can put on that YouTube, just so that people can order. Those in Nairobi or wherever you are around Kenya, you can order through that link, and the book will be delivered to wherever you are.
Awesome.
Yes.
Miss Banji says, interesting discourse. Well done, ladies. Thank you so much for tuning in. For everybody who has tuned in, parting shots. Let's start with you.
What can I say? We have talked many things, but I think one thing I would like to say is that as a woman, you are complete and you have everything it takes to succeed in this life. So as long as you're living, go for the best. Not just the bare minimum, but give it your 110% best.
Yes.
Whatever you do, whatever goal you have, you will make it.
Amen.
Thank you.
Okay, my parting shot along the same lines. As women, let's own it. Let's feel it is ours. Let's talk about our achievements. Let's shout about them.
Right.
Let's not feel we don't have to say, we feel if you talk about yourself, you're bragging. No, you're not. You're just letting people know who you are, what you've done. And it's okay because you've done it. Just don't lie. But for as long as it's the truth and you've done it, own it. It is yours.
Own it. Love that.
Yeah, for me, I think I'd say, as a lady, say yes to opportunities. I think we need to say more yeses to opportunities, as long as they're legal and they're good for you. But say yes to opportunities. It is the reason why we are seated here.
Right.
I think, the idea of being a book author seemed far-fetched for most of us. We're not even thinking about it. But the opportunity came. And yes, there may be sometimes you may be unsure, but give it a shot. If it is something new and it's a growth, keep a growth mindset. Say yes to the opportunities. Do it afraid if you have to. The rewards are beneficial. The reward on the other side of fear is most likely going to be very beneficial. For us, we have really experienced a lot of benefits since we said yes to the opportunity. And then be fearless, be courageous. Don't be intimidated by others who seem to be getting further ahead. Others are also looking at you and saying, oh, I wish I was Terry, or I wish there is something in you, that is, that wants to come out and shine. So you shine your light and shine it boldly, and it starts by saying yes and taking that step to say yes to the opportunity.
I'm going to be
Go
saying
for it.
yes this week. And only the parting shots were just amazing and something strong to carry with us, even as we finish off the year. Finish off the year strong.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, ladies, again, for an empowering session, an empowering conversation. I wish you all the best as you seek to launch the book. Thank you. We definitely are excited to read our copies. At least I got my exclusive one. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, this book will be available on Amazon, but we do have the launch, which you can be a part of.
Yes.
It's open to the public next week at Trademark Hotel. That's the 1st of November.
Yes.
It's been a fantastic show. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you for
It was our
having
pleasure.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
We'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Have a fantastic day ahead. I've been Myra Maloba.
Your love is kind. Your love is patient. You fill my heart with so much peace and joy. You're amazing. You make my life feel brand new. You're amazing. You make my life feel brand new. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Your love is kind. Your love is patient.
yeah. And amen. You're not a man, you never lie. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, oh. Too much, oh. Excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, oh. Too much, oh. Excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, oh. Too much, oh. Excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, oh. Too much, oh. Excess love, too much, oh. Too much, oh. Too much, oh. Excess love, oh. Your love for me too much, oh. Too much, oh. Too much, oh. Excess love, oh.